Okay, now in Python we are going to understand addition of numbers. Addition of numbers in Python. Okay. Now what happened? Addition of two numbers. So first of all take num1. Okay, num1. It is a variable. Okay, take user input from the by input function. Okay, comment here, enter a number, enter first number, otherwise first number. Okay, so you are requesting user to feed enter first number. Okay, now this string will be kept in single quotation marks or the double quotation mark, doesn't matter. Now whatever user feeds, that will be considered as a string. So you need to put int function here to convert that string into what? Integer. Now same, now that number is stored in this variable num1. So take one more variable. Okay, num2 is equal to int bracket same input function bracket. Okay, request the user to enter second integer number. Okay, both are integers, integer number. Okay, now what happened? Then whenever user feeds that number, both numbers, now sum, create a variable sum is equal to num1 plus num2. You can take the variables anyone, num1, x, y, z, sum. You can take any variable, my name, no issue, but suitable. So we are doing addition, so num1, otherwise n number, like otherwise numb, as per suitable. Okay, so now you take a printout of that print use inbuilt print function, put a sum of two numbers. This is what this is a string just before the sum of two numbers plus sum. Okay, now what happened? In front of that sum value, this string will be displayed. Okay, just separate them with the comma. Now if you compile this one, see what happened. Enter your birth year, that is written for the year. Okay, so that is whatever you have written. After that, enter your birth year, one more. So that is written for your previous code. Enter first number. This is for this. Okay, before that some birth year code was written. Okay, so enter first number, take some what number, then enter second number, some what number. So sum of two numbers, this much. Sum of two numbers is equal to this much. Okay, now what happened? Suppose if user feeds, compile this one more time. This is 1969 whatever, this 1968 whatever. So enter first number. If float number, if he, by mistake if he gives float number, you are requesting for integer number, but if user feeds float number, so it will give error. Okay, at that moment you need to do what? You need to change this code as whatever the number user feeds, you need to convert that into float by float function. Float. So this float function, what it does, whenever user feeds integer number, that will be converted into float. Okay, next you change this as float. Okay, that is called type conversion. So now you are requesting for float, second float. Even though if he feeds integer number, that will be converted into float, first float. Okay, Now sum of two numbers. Okay, that is okay. Now you compile this code. Now what happened? Enter birth year for that is first program I have written. So enter your first float 5.5, that is 8.8. I have no issue. 7, 9.7, 94.8. So this is the okay. If you two floats you have feed, there is no issue. It will be added. 94 into 8 is 102, 103.6. One float, one integer has given. There is no any issue. If you feed 1969, that is okay. Somewhat age you have given, that is okay. Now float, one integer. Suppose 9. So 9, that is your, you have given one integer and now you are giving one float here. So then there is no any issue. Okay, one integer, one float. Okay, either both have been given as float, otherwise one integer, one float have been given. So that will be given. So that is one type of program, addition of two numbers in the Python. Okay, how much of time? Let us okay, now so one more program I have written here, how to find leap year. Leap year is what? Leap year having 29 days. 29 days in year. Okay, 29 leap year having 29 days. So program year variable within this, ask the user to enter year. That will be if any number is given, that is considered by this input function as a string, that will be converted by int function as an integer, that will be stored this variable. Now year variable holds integer value. If that integer year modulus 4 is what? Remainder. If any number is being divided by 4, so this modulus operator gives the remainder. So remainder is equal to what? If you are dividing any number by 4, so modulus operator gives remainder. If remainder is equal to 0, so print leap year, because if 2024 that is being divided by 4 and it remainder 0, so that is leap year. If it is not being divided by 4, whenever it is being divided, that moment if the remainder is not equal to 0, it is not leap year. So let us compile this code. How? Birth year, that is for the previous program, whatever that number I have given is that, okay, leave it that. Suppose this is what, and first float, second float, this is for the enter year. Now this is 2024. Next 2024 given year is leap year, because 2024 by divided by 4 5s are 24, 24 6 are 24, but 2023 is not leap year. Okay, it is not leap year. If you compile this code, enter birth year, that is the program written for you find out your age. Okay, that is what simply, okay, this is what some word, whatever that is not important, you have feed this one. We need to find out that entry. So 2023, this year 2023 is not leap year, because if it is divided by 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 23 is the remainder. Okay, remainder is not equal to 0, your remainder is 3, so it is not leap year. Okay, this is some little bit program written for what? If you run this code, you will get this is the BMI, body mass index converter. One more program written for that. Height, your height, take the user input, okay, and use the float function here to convert that input, whatever the input that should be in meters. Okay, 1.75 like that. And weight, whatever the weight he is giving, and convert by float function, because some may have the weight 80.5 like that. So here this is one variable, that is height into height. Okay, so BMI function, body mass index formula is equal to weight by height into height, mean height square. Okay, now if you compile this one, you will get this like what? Okay, you remove this one here, you need to pass the values here. Okay, now these are the previous programs, that's why it is giving this much.